So welcome back. So we'll continue our discussion about metrics. Okay, so those who are joining me now, this is Praveen Baskiar. I'm a professor at MIT ADT University. I'm teaching managing sustainability subject to MBA students. The topic which we cover is corporate sustainability strategy, corporate sustainability management systems, supply chain management, sustainability metrics, sustainability reporting, designed for sustainability, innovation, and social entrepreneurship. So today we were discussing sustainability metrics. We covered GRI and ESGs. We covered different reporting standards and what is being used across the world. We started, currently we are discussing SMS communication, documentation, record. And then we will discuss materiality of results, balance scorecard, performance scorecard, a case examination materiality with Marks and Spencer. Given the time, let's see how much we can cover. And again, those who don't know me, I am Praveen Baskiar. So managing sustainability can give you immense profit. All right. So sustainability is one of the way not only to save your life, save your world, but it's also about delivering you more profits, more revenue, and of course, reducing pollution. So being better to yourself, being better to society, being better to the world, and because you're better, you will reap more benefits. And there's no limit to sustainability. Like, of course, you can keep growing. Like if you have a zero cost model, right? You is a cycle economy. You are literally nothing. You're using nothing from the environment. Or if you're using a sustainable resources like tree which could be grown, or resources which can be regrown, or like water which falls on you every day, water harvesting, what we call it. So basically, sustainability helps you. It's one aspect of sustainability is zero cost. Of course, it's also help you reduce pollution, which helps you as well and employees as well as the society, because your consumers getting not only a better apple, but they are sure that while producing this apple, nobody he's also not getting harmed because of that. Right. So let's continue the discussion where we left off. Right. So different types of sustainability communications, like obviously the top one is icing, which we already discussed, like website, social media, recruitment ads, media appearance, voluntary or not voluntary, peeling. The filing year which you deliver the credit, like daily management, investor relationship, marketing, communication, banking. The fillings, the base where you demonstrate that you know what you're talking about, and deliver the credit sustainability certification and rating system, reporting, employee training, internal policy and police procedures. I'm going to skip some of the reading of this slide. You can pause and read it yourself. Basically, there's a lot of material, and you can search on it, or you just ask me. I do help people, company make profit, a lot of profits. So if you're my student, then of course you are free to consult me 5 minutes anytime, once in a week. But if you're others, you basically have to pay different amount. Current charges are 1,000 rupees for 5 minutes. You can ping your questions and we'll send you a link and then we can have a 5-minute consultation, a video consultation, or you can just watch my videos, right? So that's another way. If you don't have the money, you can just watch my videos and follow this procedure, ask questions in that, and we will try to respond in the comment. But again, we can take your topic and discuss your topic, how your organization, how that process could become sustainability, and how can you make more profit, more revenue, more employee, dominate the market. There are many potential pitfalls when communicating about sustainability. Greenwashing attempts to appeal more sustainable or green than business actually is. Overselling is a form of greenwashing. Marketing a small sustainability advantage while the rest of the product is as unsustainable as before. Green hushing Don't mention the rest of our still bad portfolio overselling for companies. And it can backfire. Sell spark fears, backlash over tweet about emission reduction. Okay, so a lot of fuzzy claims such as marketing a product not environment. Again, these are not sustainable practices, so don't do that, right? Just be sustainable, right? You could be sustainable and just make more profit. You don't have to communicate, just make more profit, reduce your cost, increase the revenue silently, and report what you are actually reporting correctly. Fuzzy claims as marketing product that environment friendly without a clear definition of proof of claims, isolation of greenwashing, traveling fast and far in those is real risk. Why is it sometimes difficult to communicate about sustainability? Sustainability is a part of your product or service value proposition in the same way as the price and quality, but neither company nor consumer understands sustainability as well, right? So as I said, sustainability is one of the very difficult topics. Like consumer itself doesn't know. Like they don't know that if I buy this tomato, is tomato doing good to me? Is this tomato good to me? Like, was this tomato produced sustainably? Like, by eating this tomato, you are actually killing yourself because it polluted the environment, it's destroyed the environment. Not to mention that it uses deadly chemicals on it. So there's multiple ways that like same product could kill you. And as a consumer, you may not even know that these are doing it for you. That's why sustainability is reporting is very essential, that no consumer can know that, hey, this tomato is which I'm buying, it will be good to me, and it is produced in such a way that it is good to environment. So that means tomato will be good to me without any side effect. The price, sustainability is a part of your product and service value, right? Price, the right price is determine the market function. Good functionality is defined by ISO standards and clearly articulated and measured. Sustain ambiguous concept, green, natural, environment friendly, sustainable, fluffy terms when used about products. Many concepts that are actually relatively clear are not fully understood. For example, reuse, recycle. There's no universally accepted standard for definition of good sustainability assessment. So good theoretical framing, right? Characteristic of sustainability communication, reflexivity in regard to problematic situation and how to handle establishment of sustainability as intrinsic social value and related issue of creating acceptance with the possibility of different interpretation of sustainability clashing with each other, tendency to normalization and the consequence of the more system becomes a topic, less attention, it receives less pressure, there is on to reach understanding. Medialization, which is attempt to counter the tendency to normalize sustainability discourse by coupling it with medialization. Three rules of thumb for good communication about sustainability. Communicate truthfully and comprehensively. Tell the truth, and if you are unsure, ask for the help. Seek to include broader vision of the company. Many companies have set of ambitious sustainability goals. If used properly, this can support your product sustainability narrative. Communicate your sustainability ambition, not just your result. It's okay to communicate that the company is on the journey towards sustainability as long as every step you describe is credible. Like as I said, you don't have to be fully sustainable day one. You can just achieve 2% sustainability. And goal, make a path like, hey, we achieved this 2% and this is my path. And be honest about it. Suppose you fail your path, that's fine. Again, report that. Hey, we targeted 3% and we achieved 2%. And next year we are targeting only 2.5%, right? And we will try to achieve more. Communicate. Communicate your sustainability ambitions, not just your result. It's okay to communicate that company is on the journey to sustainability as long as every step you describe is credible. Stick to the post and avoid using any sustainability dimensions to call a product as also sustainable if we know it is as sustainable as before. So the full picture. If you want to demonstrate that you have saved 300 tons of CO2, you also have to say how much you emit in total. Communicate in clear terms and avoid any misinterpretations. What it means. Use simple and straightforward language. I've let you read this. Communicate specifically and measurably about sustainability. Be fair. Avoid misleading images. Please do. Use established framework to back up a claim. What it means. Communicate only sustainability initiatives that it can support the data. Seek third-party assessment. Avoid falling into the trap of defining. Pause. Please pause and read. So this example of communication, right? This is in a different language. And these are different communication standards, like, these are all communication. Like a picture in a green. So that's another communication, silent communication, we call it. There are also wording, sustainable wording. So this is another way of communications, right? You make a website and talk it sustainable clothing for women. This is, if you're especially good sustainable, then of course it helps, and they know that by wearing your dress, they're not harming themselves. The employee knows that by making this product, they're not harming themselves and their world. There's only one world. So, and you as a management, you know that because you're following sustainability, you have reduced your cost as much as possible and you have maximized your profit. And again, because your revenue rises, you make more profit, less cost, more revenue, more profit. Lot more profit, actually. Lot more dedicated employees, lot more profit. Dedicated consumers, lot more profit, because consumers will say, hey, this is awesome, because yeah, the cloth is great and it helps them live in a better world. And you can actually involve the communities as well, right? And again, being okay. So there's another way of communication, right? We believe in being okay. You're not achieving 100%. That's fine. It's being okay. It's fine to be okay. I will again, there are a lot of ways to do decarbonization. Like we can cover every aspect. It's very easy to do it. But again, this is one of the blueprint of it. I will let you read it. Pause and read it, please. Social marketing, an approach in sustainable communication in which same principle is in selling goods and services can be used, support process, voluntary and voluntary behavior change regarding social issues such as saving energy or conservation. That's the world amount of communication. Empowering strategies involved in developing competition, recognizing non-sustainable activities, and then applying knowledge about sustainability to remedy them. Communications and management together with education are meant to strengthen civil society, promote individual engagement processes. Method in sustainable communication: increase the participation opportunity by using participation instrument. Involves the ability of reflect critically on the uncertainties and risk, different types of rationality, as well as the consequences of one's own action, which are intrinsic part of the engagement. Participation instrument, workshop, conference, or discussion, NOC. Methods in sustainability communication: examining educational processes. Goals of education for sustainable development is to help create a condition of self-determined and autonomous action, plus training changes in behavior. ESD aims at developing and enhancing creativity potential in the individual, his competency in communication and cooperative work, as well as problem solving and taking action. 5 key takeaways: communicate honestly and clearly. Answer: keep your sense of proportion. Downplaying is better than bragging. Humility is in face of challenge suits you. Humor is good when it's down at your own expense. Do not come up with own definition of sustainability. Use the best of the existing one. Get the handle of the base of pyramid first. Action speaks louder than the words. Documented action loudest of all. That's why it's important to document it. Materiality. Decision makers should identify and be clear about sustainability topics that matter. What are the priority issues? How to incorporate the strategy? How to communicate with stakeholder? Internal strategy, performance, responsiveness, inclusively identify topic, priorities, material topic, review impact, external, reporting, engagement, response, materiality, definition. Inclusivity, people should have a say in the decision that impact them. Responsiveness, organizations should act transparently on material sustainability topics and their related impact. Materiality, decision makers should identify and be clear about the sustainable topics that matters. Impact, organizations should monitor, measure, and be accountable for how their action affect their broader ecosystem. How important an issue is to a business will often be determined. Importance to business, severity of impact, likelihood of occurrence, importance to stakeholder on a risk basis. The term materiality comes from financial auditing and reporting and is often defined as information is material if its omission or misstatement is often could influence the economic decision of user taken on the basis of financial statement. Financial materiality impacts inward, sustainability and climate impacts on company, environmental and social materiality impacts toward company impacts on society and environment, double materiality conversion of sustainable impact and value creation. Many stakeholders, such as pension fund insurance company, already recognize the importance of sustaining long-term growth. Using materialities in reporting shows a sort of rigorous long-term perspective that meets expectations and so that you understand what priority issues are, so how you are managing any risk and maximizing opportunity, and importantly, give rigor to your reporting. Materiality is now included in the latest version of Global Reporting Initiative G4 reporting guidelines, the gold standard of sustainable reporting, and is needed to achieve a GRI compliant report. You need a process that is systematic, defensible, transparent. Approaches has 5 main parts. Scan, prioritize, embed, manage, tell. Redo it. Scan, prioritize, embed, manage, tell. Prioritize. The next step is to determine the relevance of each issue. Is there a direct financial impact? Is the issue strategically important? Is it covered by legislation or industry codes of conduct? Is it seen as a social norm? Do they relate to internal company policy? What do stakeholders like shareholder or even competitor thinks? Embed. Once you have determined the most relevant issues, you need to make them business as usual using ownership, targets, KPI. This is like normal management principle. Integrating the relevant sustainable issues into normal business process is next critical but vital step. Tell. There's no point doing all that and then keep quiet about it. Tell interested group what the most important relevant issues are and what you are doing about them. So that's what communication is all about, right? It's about how to plan it, how to do it, and then obviously you have to tell everybody. You have to report about it. Below is the summary of 2 income statement. Both companies, when you divide the normal income from operation by the sale, have same income percentage of 5%. Both companies sold equipment during this period, and unfortunately, the accountants for both the companies neglected to record loss on sale of equipment in their income statement. Determine if the missing information in material. So, right, both of them didn't report that. So, is it important or is it not important? So, for ABC company, you can see clearly that is only 2%, but for XYZ person, it's 20%. So clearly, for the this is more material to this company than this company. You can see the calculation how it impacts. In the sustainability concept, the definition is broader. More specific definition offered by GRI, 100, 8000, and others. In general term, materiality means a sustainability issue is relevant and important for both organization and its stakeholder. Okay, so now we are going to sustainability balance scorecard. So this is a standard balance scorecard focuses on implementing strategy on operational level, taking into account KPIs in 4 areas: finance, education, growth, internal business process, and customer. Sustainability balance scorecard focuses on 3 different perspectives: economy, ecology, and society. Sustainability balance scorecard might be taken as a particular case of traditional balance scorecard. Instead of analyzing a company goals in standard operational area, SBC helps to develop strategy connected to social, environment, and financial good. The sustainability balance scorecard helps to formulate a long-term strategy of a company. So let's look into the background of sustainability balanced scorecard. The SBA concept appeared in 2002 as a result of 2 years research project sponsored by German Ministry of Science and Education. This research project, Sustainability Balanced Scorecard, was done by scientists from Institute of Economic and Environmental. So you can read about that study if you are interested, what is the background and how it came into pictures. The result of research was that the method of integration earlier developed sustainability ideas into existing balanced scorecard system, SBAC. There is two additional perspectives to the balanced scorecard method, society and environment. Different research suggested introducing only the society perspective to this traditional balanced scorecard, keeping into the similar idea that focus on integrating environmental to performance indicators as well. Building a sustainability There are several approaches building a sustainable balanced scorecard. Integrate There are several approaches to building the sustainability balanced scorecard. Integrate sustainability perspective into 4 areas of balanced scorecard. Add the 4 existing areas and a new sustainability area to make total 5 areas. Build a separate scorecard that focuses on sustainability perspective. In this case, perspective should be economic, environmental, social, internal process, educational, and growth. So what could be there, right? So strategic mapping weighting, sustainability framework checking, KPIs, management practices, activity strategy impact analysis, drill down KPIs, strategic project analysis, strategic risk scorecard, employee engagement scorecard, and project portfolio management. Like you can start with like society, environment on the right, financial, customer, internal, and people. And then you can start adding all this. What are the benefits? Accelerating global changes, positive impact on our communities, like how we are addressing that, to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. And then you can actually see that minimize environmental footprint, product do no harm, operation do no harm. And you can actually see that, how does it feed each other, right? So there's a cross communication between each other. Financial, double our business with half the impact, own the market, products that enhance the performance, enabling digital future, broad perspective, lead the market, transform manufacture, sustainable innovation, unleash human potential, develop winning team. And you can add more details to it, like how each and everything. Energy is from renewable resources. Water is used from environmental, responsible, and socially equitable way. Material derives from sources that respect the welfare of ecosystem and animals. Operational emissions do not harm people or environment. Operation emit no greenhouse gases. Operational byproducts are repurposed. Operations do not encroach on the ecosystem. Products do not harm people or the environment. Customers are informed about any aspect of product that may cause harm. Customers' concerned are actively solicited, impartially judged, and transparently addressed. Employees' health is safeguarded. Employees are paid at least the living wage. Employees are subject to fair employment terms. Employees are not subject to discrimination. Employee concerns are actively solicited, impartially and judged, and transparently addressed. Business is conducted ethically. Communicate concerns are actively solicited, impartially judged, and transparently addressed. Business is conducted ethically. The right tax is paid to the right place at the right time. Lobbying does not undermine the pursuit of future fit society. So these are some of the scorecard you can make. And you can actually see like, does it impact? You can actually even do a visual instead of doing detail. You can actually do a visual thing like green arrow, red arrow, up arrow, down arrow, square arrow, and other stuff, which can communicate a lot more. Oh, sorry. I think that's the end of the slide, actually. Okay, so let's see if we have the case study for Market and Spencer. Otherwise, we'll cover it later with the URL. Right. So this is about the Mark and Spencer. There's no slide for that, but this is actually a case study for that. I will. So this is. So there are 3 URLs here. I will just. So what? So we'll go over through them. So basically, examination materiality with Mark and Spencer. It's a pretty big reporting. I will let you guys go through at your leisure time, but I will just open that so that just make sure that the links are working still. I think they have changed the URL, so we have to probably define the URLs for you guys. Oh, I may have downloaded it, right? Oh, so no, but okay, I think it is there, right? Okay, so this is a separate cookies. So this is about Mark and Spencer case study, and of course they have changed it. See if we have downloaded it here. No, we haven't downloaded it. Right. Let's do this. Go here. Yeah, so basically you can read about their plans, what MNS is doing about sustainability. So we'll capture this in the new file again. Where did it go? So what are they doing to that? Like this will be one of the important topic. Okay, so this is to understand Mark and Spencer approach to do it. And of course, they're changing it. So, okay, so they have a path, what they want to do, like how they want to do net zero. As I said, like your journey should be to net zero, not just reduce it. Again, I will let you read through it. I'm not going to go through it in detail because anybody has a question, you can just ask me. Like if you're watching this video, you can just comment in the video and what they are doing and why they are doing. And so plan our planet. And they're covering why and again. And this is like one of the ways, like, how you can do the same with your organization. So this, like, if you understand somebody else, right, you can see they are communicating, right? What are they doing? Like 5.760 ton, so they are trying to do more about it and they're trying to communicate about it, right? and they made a roadmap, which we saw. This is like a real map. We were talking theory so far, but now you can see a real map, how people are doing it, how companies are doing it. And they have a plan, right? So they are not like they are going net zero in day one, right? They started with 5.7 ton of millions of carbon emitted in 2016-17. It was 34% reduction, 25, 30, 55%, 35 net zero, 25 net zero. Okay. I think that, so I will let you go through every link of this guy, especially the sustainability link in this site. We'll see if the other links are still working. Okay, so these are also not working. So these were the old reports, which they have taken down now. Okay. There's our journey we saw, and then of course there is our approach. So they have not, and you can actually study. You could potentially get the reports as well, old reports as well. That's what you have to do. So what they are doing now. What are they doing in social? What? So there are different things they're doing, and so this is one of the we right. So I think that we'll call it a day for today. I'll let you guys read these on your own. And the obviously world is moving, so they have to change their reports and other means. Of course, they can't change the filed report, but at least they can change. So good, Vishwa. I'll bye for you. Bye for now. I will catch you probably next week. We will have some classes. Your MDP is still going on?
Yes, sir. First EMDP session is covered by this week.
Okay.
And
Next Saturday after the,
we are expecting next EMDP by Thursday and Saturday upcoming week.
So yeah, so probably Saturday, next Saturday, we will have some session in the original time, around 11:30, maybe not 11:30, maybe on 12 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, no issues, sir.
Okay, because that anyway we can't take the MDP. I wanted later on, but we can take a little bit late, and daylight saving is gone. So now it is not early morning 6 a.m. for me. It's 7 a.m., which is kind of doable. Maybe even at least 1 hour we can take, if not.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So have a nice day, and I will, and again I will upload these videos if it is recorded properly in the.
Sir, if this session is recording is been stopped, then we can discuss few things.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's stop recording more.